Welcome back to the creative room. Walking out of the boardroom to give you a review. I tried to make a rhyme. That wasn't good. I tried to do a
Yeah, it
catchy
didn't
intro
rhyme.
rhyme, but it wasn't. It was not very good.
It wasn't.
um, yes, we're back to Wwe Raw. Um, so before we start with Raw, I know this is not about AEW, but Double or Nothing was an awesome show. If anyone has not seen it, just want to shout it out. I know. I don't know if we're gonna get comments of AEW here to WWE here. It's there's always a back and forth. I like both companies. I give them both tough love. That's how I feel about them.
Yeah.
um, but just wanted to shout them out. Double or Nothing, my opinion so far, was the best wrestling show of the year. What a freaking banger of a show! It might have been honestly in the top 5 best AEW pay-per-views I've ever done. It was awesome. Watched the whole thing and I was very pleased and having a good time the entire show. So, and the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because it made me more excited for wrestling this week. Like I'm excited to review this show tonight. Like that's the only reason why I wanted to bring it up because it actually made me really excited to like watch wrestling the rest of the week. Like Double or Nothing actually made me want to get really excited for wrestling this week. So yeah. Um. So back to the back to business though. Back to Raw. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready. Of course
All
I'm
right.
ready.
All right then. So the show opens with Paul Heyman in the ring. Well, they announced Oba Femi was kicking off the show, which he does for Paul Heyman. But first, Paul Heyman's out there with Mike. He welcomes us to the show and stuff and says he's here to hype a match that needs no hype, the biggest rematch in all of wrestling. I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
and he gets cut up by a bunch of Oba chants. They cut him off, and he says to the crowd, "Please, when I had the microphone in my hand, shut the hell up." And then he says he's talking about the rematch he's talking about is Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, Part 2. And he claims that Oba will be conquered by the Beast, and he shows a little video promo of Brock. Brock Lesnar actually spoke. So far in this feud with Oba, Brock's only really talked off the mic, like yelling stuff off the mic, but never had like an actual promo yet. This was Brock's basically first time talking in the feud, but it was a pre-taped
Yeah.
thing. He wasn't actually on the show present there. They showed a pre-taped Brock Lesnar video, and like I said, he talked. He had a promo. Brock said, well, Brock congratulated Oba on the big Mania victory against him, but he says that victory will cost Oba more than he can imagine. And then Brock says he's taken some ass beatings over the years, and this one humbled him. Oba beat his ass in Mania so bad that he said that's it, he's done. So basically, he's explaining why he took the boots off of Mania. Brock. He's explaining that he was done because he got beaten so bad. He's trying to make it part of the story that he wasn't actually retiring. He was just done at that
Yeah.
moment. And then he says, but I'm not going to end that way. I'm Brock Lesnar. I can take an ass whooping, but can Oba Femi? And he says, because Brock's is, and he says he's going to humble Oba, he's going to conquer him. He'll get his ass beaten by a retired beast, and then he'll rule over the ruler. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Then we go back to the ring, and Paul Heyman says, the good news is everyone's watching on Sunday at Clash in Italy. So everyone watching there Sunday will have a chance to see history play out in real time in front of our eyes. The bad news for everyone who worships Oba Femi is that he's awakened the beast. And then he says, this means one thing and one thing only. And then before he can continue, Oba Femi enters. This is my weekly glaze of Oba Femi's best entrance in the company. My weekly glaze for Oba. Best entrance in the company. So cool. Love it every time. Oba comes out. He he backs Paul Heyman in the corner. This is the part of the show where I was like, okay, Paul Heyman's dead. Oba pushed him in the corner and got a mic. Also, I mean, I already knew from watching him in NXT, but it's all but this continues on the main roster. Oba Femi on the microphone, very underrated, very good talker. He was like that in NXT too.
Yeah.
He's a very good talker and underrated on the mic. He's great in the ring, but he's got really good promos too. He's got everything. I can see why the company is so high on him and pushing him so hard because he's got it all. He's a top star
Yeah.
in the making. Good in the ring and good in the mic.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
Sweet. And then Oba says he gets Paul in the corner, gets the mic, he's saying if he thinks he's awakened the beast, what does he think Brock awakened in him? That's what Oba said. He said, if I awaken the beast, what do you think Brock's awakened in me, Oba Femi? And he says, what do you think 4F5s has awakened in Oba? He says he's not going to hurt Paul because he needs him alive. He needs Paul alive to tell the tale of Brock Lesnar when his career is finished. And when he tells the story, he should fast forward to the end, the ruler's favorite part, where he retires Brock a second time. He knows Paul is the lapdog for Brock, and he's going to claim it's all business. It's not personal, but 4F5 seems pretty personal to him. So when he tells that story, this is the final chapter. And then Oba whips out a contract for the match and signs it, making it official. And then he tells him to deliver a message to Brock. Last time he was fighting to beat him. This time he's fighting to kill him. That was tough line. So that was it. Really good promo, fun opening segment. Sorry, excuse me. How's a burp? I will cut that part out. So Oba, yeah, it was a quick promo, but it was fun. It was effective. Good stuff. Anything you want to say about it?
The two promos was good, and honestly, Oba is a good talker on the mic.
Oh yeah.
I think he might top maybe Paul Heyman.
Maybe one day. I don't know yet because he's still very new. Maybe one day though.
Yeah, well, but hey, he's almost there.
Yeah, it's impressive how good he got so fast. Like I've watched his entire NXT career so far. So basically his whole other career so far I've seen. And he only debuted in NXT like 2 years ago. So he's only been here for 2 years and he's already this good. That's impressive that he got that good that fast. And he's also very protected. He's only gotten pinned twice in his career here. And it was NXT. He got pinned twice in NXT, 0 times on the main roster so far. So that they're also protecting him. Like he's not lose a lot. He's very similar to Gunther. He doesn't lose a lot.
You know a match I can see?
Oba
versus Braun. No, Braun Breaker.
That could be fun. Yeah, give me that. Take my money. That could be awesome. We kind of got in the Rumble for like a split second. It wasn't a real one-on-one match.
Because if the faction is still here, I can see Braun Breaker going after Oba.
Yeah, and Oba give a story where like he beat Brock and now he's going after all the Paul Heyman guys one by one.
Yeah,
it's Paul's in the division. Those are all his guys.
All right. Only strong person is there is Braun Breaker.
They're the two big guys. And Bronson Reed, he's just hurt right now. He's pretty strong too. He's not a big boy.
Yeah, but him going after. Well, yeah, him going after Logan.
Yeah, Logan and Austin Theory are not big enough. Yeah, no.
Yeah, honestly, they can even double team Oba.
Yeah, Braun and Bronson are around Oba's size, so those two would be a better match.
Yeah.
I miss Bronson Reed. Side note, I can't wait till he's cleared. I actually miss him.
Yeah.
He's really good too. I watched him in NXT for a long time too. He's also very good. I miss him. I can't wait till he's
cleared. Yeah. What was it? Yeah. Was it the last feed he was in? He was versing
I think it was the Usos. Oh, I remember. It was Oh, I think it was in the Cena Final Match tournament. I think he lost to Jey Uso and got hurt in the match.
Oh. Because I thought it was the Architect.
Or was that? I don't know. Maybe it was that. I don't remember. I remember his last match being. I remember on the top of my head. His last match was that match of Jey. It was like in the tournament, and I think he got really bad knee injury in the match, and that's why. And he's been out ever since.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun opener.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. My prediction, I think perhaps so. Oba won the first match of Mania. But I remember back before Mania happened, there was rumors going around that Brock was going to retire at SummerSlam this year because it's Minneapolis. I think it's where he's from. It's like his hometown crowd. So I think what's going to happen is Oba won at Mania. I think this weekend at Italy, I think Brock's going to win this one to make it 1-on-1. And then I think Oba's going to, and then that's going to be tie. And I think Oba's going to win the third and final match at SummerSlam to actually retire him for real. That's what I think is going to happen. So this weekend, I think Brock's win. I think this is going to be Oba's first pinfall on the main roster. Pinfall loss, third pinfall in the company for him. I think he's going to lose. Look, he's been very protected. He'll be fine. It's not going to hurt him.
Yeah.
That's not that big of a deal. And honestly, this worked out better for the storyline because this gives a reason to have a third match. If Oba just beats Brock twice, it's like there's no point in having a third match at SummerSlam. This gives it a reason to happen. There'll be a tiebreaker after this.
Yeah.
I think Brock's gonna win this weekend, and the third and final match will be at SummerSlam. And it'll be the actual retirement of Brock, and Oba's gonna beat him there and win the feud and retire him officially. That's my prediction for where all this is gonna go. So yeah, then we got a little recap video from Saturday Night Main Event 2 days ago, and then someone. This is what that was. I was wondering what that food thing was in the back that Roman shoved out the official's hand. I was wondering what that was. The thing I'm reading, I just found out what it was now. So apparently today was Roman's birthday. That was a birthday cake. I just found out now. Yeah, happy birthday, Roman, by the way. Yeah, I forgot today was his real life actual birthday. And so that's what that was. I was wondering what that food was they tossed. That was a birthday cake that he just pushed away. I guess he didn't like birthdays. Yeah. He did not want that cake. That was kind of funny. It was just comedic because he just shoved it out of the guy's hand.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So they've kind of been teasing us because this whole JeVon Evans Penta partnership's been fun. I guess out of respect, Babyface wanted to give Babyface a title shot. That's basically what this was. So Intercontinental Champion Penta defends that title against JeVon Evans in this match. Both guys are very good in the ring. I watched JeVon Evans in NXT so far. He's fun. He's just a very fun high flyer. He does some crazy stuff. He reminds me of this company's Darby Allin, but not as risky. Oh, forgot to mention this before. I'm not saying it's on the record. I have to cut this part out. It was just funny earlier when we were watching. Andy told me something funny when you weren't at the mic. He was like he describes Darby Allin perfectly. He goes, Darby Allin's basically don't try us at home, but if it was a human being.
Yeah.
That's basically Darby in a nutshell. Don't try us at home, but as a human. Yeah. Anyway, install that. I forgot to play that before. It was kind of funny. But yeah, I'm bringing that up because JeVon Evans reminds me of this company's Darby Allin. It's not interesting. So this was fun. Penta's everyone says the Intercontinental title, is like the workhorse title where the champ busts his ass, always putting on bangers. Penta's been doing that. He's been a good champion at this belt. It's been fun. Because he's been doing just that. He's been the workhorse champion. He's been putting on banger title defenses. So, I'm enjoying his reign. He's a good champion. I think he's doing some good stuff with this thing. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I'm enjoying his reign. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And honestly, right now for Raw, that the whole company as a whole, but for Raw at least, Penta right now is my favorite thing on the show because he has so much challengers. Like the mid card Intercontinental title, contender, the mid card division right now, the contenders to challenge him, his challengers, it's freaking stacked right now. He has so much people coming at him for his belt. It is so fun. Penta right now has no shortage of challengers at all. The mid card division that coming for him right now is stacked of talent. Like, honestly, every week, the Penta IC title stuff is my favorite thing on the show every week now. Penta's, right now, for me, Penta's the best thing on the show. Because his reign's been fun, and he's got tons of challenges coming at him right now. There's gonna be, like, I feel like there's not a lot of rematches for his belt, because there's so much different people challenging him at once. It's very fun. I'm enjoying this stuff so much. My favorite thing on the show
Yeah.
every week. I look forward to Penta the most on Raw. Anyway, I won't way off topic. This was a fun match. In the end, Penta did retain the title. JeVon Evans looked really good in defeat, though. Penta retained, still a champ. They shook hands. They're both baby faces, respect, all that. JeVon Evans walked off, but like not like in a heel, like I'm turning on you type of way. It was more just like I'm frustrated, I can't get the job done type of way. He was just sad. That's all it was. But he shook hands with him still, and he showed respect and all that. Also, update on Penta's reign. This Google always says, like, where they're at in the reigns and stuff. Penta, tonight, as we're recording this the same night as Raw, tonight, 85 days as the champion, and this was his 8th defense. So, yeah, like I said, putting in the work as the champ. Eight defenses already in just 85 days is impressive. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it for the match. It was a banger, another title defense for Penta. It was another fun match. Anything you want to say about it?
No, it was good.
Yeah, it was. Then we go to the back. Actually, before we get to the back, Michael Cole and Corey Graves on commentary said something important, actually. So, Saturday Night Main Event. The main event was the tag team title match for Logan and Austin Theory versus Street Profits. It was announced by Michael Cole on commentary that Logan Paul suffered a torn tricep leg injury, and he's going to be out for a couple of months. So for the old Logan Paul haters out there, you're going to be happy. He's going to be out for a few months. He's got pretty the tricep leg injuries. It's not like a super serious like career-ending type injury, but it's one of those injuries that's going to keep you out for a little while. He's going to be out for a bit. For a few months, like they said a few months, so he's gonna be out for a little bit. I think this is actually what Liv Morgan got last year. I think Liv was out was out for a couple months with the same injury. I think he basically got what Liv Morgan got last year. So because of that, though, this is gonna be a few months. They basically said that Logan and Austin Theory had to vacate the tag titles, the World Tag Team titles. They had to vacate them. But they kind of didn't really. Basically, what happened was, after this announcement was made, Paul Heyman was backstage with Austin Theory, and Theory says he doesn't know what to do with the tag title now because Logan Paul's injured. And Paul says, "Why would you give it to me?" And Theory says, "Without Logan Paul, he doesn't know what to do. I'm going to vacate them." And Paul says, Heyman tried to write in their contracts that it doesn't say the tag team champions are Logan Paul and Austin Theory. It says the tag team champions are the division. Meaning any two members of the group can be the tag team champions. So basically, they're doing the Freebird rule. That's like like the New Day did it, and NXT Undisputed Era did it. This is two examples I can think of. Off the top of my head, those are two people. Oh, MFTs as well on SmackDown. So like the main three groups I can think of that have done that. MFTs have done it. The New Day did it, and NXT Undisputed Era did it back in the Black and Gold days. Because there was 4 of them in the Undisputed Era, and they only need 2 people to defend them. So basically, they're doing that here at the Freebird rule. Paul said in their contract it's the division of the tag champs, not just Theory and Logan. So he says Austin Theory can defend the tag titles with Braun Breaker while Logan Paul's injured, so they can still remain the tag team champions. And Paul says he did it because he believes in him. And Theory says he wants to do something for Logan. He says every single person involved in hurting Logan, he wants to take them out. And Paul says he knows what he has to do tonight then. So then we come back from commercial, and Joe Henry's in the ring doing the Fire Logan Paul song again. Austin Theory hits him in the back of a steel chair. So that's person number 1. He said he wants to hunt that everyone's hurt Logan. So Joe Henry was person number 1. Theory attacked him with the steel chair and basically beat him up. That's pretty much it. Then Seth Rollins is in the back of Angelo Dawkins. He doesn't want to start anything, but then basically Montez Ford comes in and says exactly what he thought was going to happen happened. Something bad happened right when they were helping Seth Rollins. And then Seth said he's sorry for what happened, but this is what division does. You saw the theory that did Joe Henry just now. They have to, and Seth said they have to put their differences aside and come together to put an end to the division for good. And Montez says he's not going to let the Seth Rollins redemption tour keep rolling, and nothing good happens when Seth is around. Seth says nothing good happens without him either, given that they didn't win the tag titles, and he doesn't care if they're friends, but they need to work together to fight the division. And between the three of them, only one of them is a multi-time Mania main eventer. Now he's just bragging. Montez Ford says the only thing they have in common is that they both think they're great, and there's a way to prove it. So he wants to face Seth Rollins in a match tonight. When I heard that, I was like, ooh, banger approaching. So we got it. Seth Rollins versus Montez Ford tonight. That was a fun match. We'll get to that though. Next we get a really cool video of kind of like the history of AAA, because they're hyping the hell out of this Mask versus Mask Americana versus Americana AAA show on Saturday. I think it's a pay-per-view actually, this Saturday. They're really hyping it because I think they know. But since WWE bought AAA, this is probably the biggest match they've done so far for the show. Since WWE bought the promotion, this is probably the biggest match AAA's done since they bought them. This is their biggest storyline right now. Which is crazy because Dominic Mysterio is their main champion. He's not in their biggest storyline. Isn't that kind of insane? Think about. Crazy, right? I just find mind blowing. Dominic Mysterio is their main champion, and he's not in the biggest storyline for them. The Americanos are. Ludwig Kaiser's become so popular over there at the Americana gimmick more than Chad Gable. So what I would do is have Ludwig Kaiser win the match and continue the Americana gimmick because of how popular he is, and just have Chad Gable lose and unmask himself, and then go back to Raw and beat Chad Gable again. Have a little title feud with Penta or something. That could be a banger. Penta and Chad Gable, give me that. That sounds like fun. Just have Chad Gable lose and go back to being Chad Gable. Kaiser can be Americano now. So honestly, I actually might watch that show. I'm looking forward to it. They've actually hyped it up like crazy. I really haven't watched AAA that much, but I actually might watch this one because that same day, this Saturday, for us in New York at least, this area, Slash in Italy is that afternoon, and the AAA show's later that night, so we can still watch both. They're not on at the same time. Yeah. They're both on the same day. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. Again, we get JeVon Evans in the back, and he says, he tells Penta sorry about, walking off out there getting mad. It just got to his head, and Penta was like, it's okay. JeVon says he'll see him for the title again one day, and Penta agrees, and they fist bump. They got a little respect. And Rey Mysterio comes in and asks Penta if he remembers that age, and he does. I don't know what that means. And Ray Bisky says he respects Penta and thanks him and stuff. And Penta says congrats for you too on being the new GM of AAA. And he says he wants to be a fighting champion and preserve his legacy. And there's no one he'd rather face than Rey Mysterio. That sounds like fun. Penta and Rey for the title? Give me that. Adam Pearce? Penta says he's going to talk to Adam Pearce about getting him a title match and they shake hands. Should be fun.
Yeah.
Alright, next match. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria are facing Roxanne, Perez, and Raquel Rodriquez of Judgement Day. And at ringside for Judgement Day is Liv Morgan, the Women's World Champion, still with no challenger. She's won the belt. I don't care if Stephanie Vaquera is injured. Don't do the mini rematch yet then. Find someone else for her in the meantime. Where is Io Sky? She beat Asuka and Soruka. She's racked up wins. Why isn't she challenging Liv right now?
Yeah.
Where's Io? I mean, actually, no. I know where Io is. She recently got married, actually, with Evil, the new guy debuted in NXT. Now he's Naruto. It's his new name, Naruto. I think he married her in real life. So maybe she's on a honeymoon. But if she's not, then she's the perfect challenger right there. That she's racked up wins. She can challenge for it. They ain't defined. Right now, when Liv comes out, To me, she doesn't even feel like the women's world champion. She feels like a manager for Judgment Day right now. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah.
She literally feels like a manager for them right now. She hasn't wrestled, if I remember correctly, I don't think she's wrestled a match since she wrestled Soruka on the Raw after WrestleMania. That's the last time she had a match. So, like, Liv doesn't even feel, she's your main women's champion on your show, the women's world champion, and you have no one for her. That's criminal. It's ridiculous. Like, if you can't do the rematch yet, at least find someone else for her. I'm just frustrated that like her reign so far has kind of sucked because they've done nothing with her as champion.
Yeah.
But that's not the match is about. I just wanted to complain about it. But she was here. She was in this match at ringside. So the match was. Sorry, what?
Honestly, I think Liv should lose it.
I just want her to get a challenger. That's all I want.
Yeah.
I just need someone. So you like don't wait for the WrestleMania rematch. Just find someone else in the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a fun tag match. It was solid, but really the main talking point in the match was toward the end. Toward the end of the match, just like last week, Luke gets kicked in ringside. It happened twice, 2 weeks in a row. Last week, Roxanne and Raquel got a women's tag title match against Brie and Paige, and Liv got banned in ringside. This match, Raquel and Roxanne were in a tag match, and the same thing happened again. Liv got banned in ringside. We literally did the same thing 2 weeks in a row of Liv. Her getting banned from ringside. But then as soon as she got banned from ringside for distracting, Don Castillo ran out. And basically he tried to interfere, and pretty much what happened was the AAA Mega title he holds, he threw the belt in the ring to try to distract, and then Bayley and Roxanne have a little tug of war over it, and behind the ref's back, and Roxanne ends up throwing it into Dominic's face. And then because of that, he's distracted, so Bayley rolls her up and pins Roxanne, so Bayley and Lyra win the match.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this means they're next in line for the women's tag titles. Because Roxanne and Raquel already got a shot last week and lost, so Bayley and Lyra are probably challenging Brie and Paige next. Fun match. It seems like they're still teasing that tension of Roxanne getting kicked out of the group. Because first Liv was getting annoyed with her, now Dominic might be annoyed with her now. So we might be seeing Roxanne might be taking spins of Vice soon. We might see a Roxanne babyface turn soon. A little slow build to it. I saw her. I think she's a better heel, but I mean, in NXT, I saw her debut, and she actually debuted as a babyface at first, and she wasn't bad. So I'll take either one. Anything else about the match?
Yeah.
Anything about the match you want to say?
The match was pretty good. Well, I wouldn't say pretty good. It was decent.
Yeah.
It was decent.
Yeah.
But other than that, nah.
Alright. Then we go backstage. Raw GM Pierce is in the back of Roman, hanging out. And he's telling Roman about how Jacob shouldn't be employed by the WWE anymore after what he's done, let alone get to fight Roman. Roman says he has to. Jacob keeps pulling aces out of his sleeve, and he doesn't even think he knew about tribal combat. But in this contract, there has to be consequences. And if Jacob loses, he'll serve him, or Adam Pearce can have his way and send him out of here. If he wins, well, good luck. And then we got a nice little video, little Memorial Day video. I'll say what Michael Cole said. Whoever's watching who served, thanks for your service. Happy Memorial Day. I might show the nice video. Memorial Day was nice. Alright, so next up, LA Knight comes out for a promo. Yes, LA Knight's actually having a promo in the ring. I don't remember the last time that happened. Still not, this man has not been a world champion yet. He's so popular. I've never seen a wrestler stay so popular for so long and not have fans turn on him yet. This man has been so popular since he got called off from NXT, and it hasn't died down for years.
Yeah.
It's been years now. Every year, people I hear the same rumors every single year about, oh, LNA could win Money in the Bank this year. This could be his year. But we've been saying that for like 3 years, and it still hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
How is this man not won a world title? He's won the U.S. title twice, but he's not been a world champion yet, which people want to see. He's still so popular. He's so over. I don't know how
Yeah.
they done nothing of him yet. It's just ridiculous. It's like, it feels like he's been in the main events, he's pushed, but he always falls short. That's basically his main roster run in a nutshell. He gets pushed in the main events, but when he gets there, he always falls short and never gets the job done. Basically his main roster career so far. So I don't know what they're doing with him, but I don't even remember the last time he got a promo in ring and not some backstage thing. So this was nice to see.
Yeah.
He came out a promo. He's a good talker too. He's a good promo. Like, I don't know why they don't do this more often. Like, he's good in the ring, but honestly, I think he's better on the mic. Like, he's really good on the mic. I don't know why they don't use this more often. So he comes out and he says, "It's been this since he stood in the ring and felt like this." Yeah, agreed. But then he wasn't there when it happened Memorial Day. He's there one for the service, and then he says he's put the vision in his rearview mirror for now, with Jimmy and Jay Uso standing beside him. But lately they've been doing it differently, and it's got him thinking. And here's some little breaking news here. He says King of the Ring starts next week, and he's throwing his name in the hat.
Yeah.
And that means he has a shot of wearing the crown. When he gets that, he's aiming for Roman Reigns in that World Heavyweight title. So where does that put the Usos? He looks at Roman, the most corrupt champion he's ever seen, trying to stir up the bloodline of old.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Uso comes out. Jimmy says he wants Ellen. Yeah, not Jay. Jay is the night off. Jimmy says, so it's just Jimmy Uso out here.
Yeah.
Mr. Yeatman took the week off. Jimmy says he wants LA Knight to hear from him because he's got a lot of respect for him, and they fought side by side against the Vision. And LA Knight says what he's doing if Roman sits with him very wrong. It's 3-on-1. And Jimmy Uso gets why he's all up in his feelings about the bloodline, everybody in the locker room, and they did what they did, but the bloodline isn't like that no more. And he says he wants LA Knight to go do King of the Ring and win it and go up against the Tribal Chief and have a fair fight. And then LA Knight asks him, honestly, is it really going to be a fair fight? Are you being honest with yourself? As far as you could tell, he's coming out here as the third fiddle to Roman, and the last thing he wants to see is Jimmy Uso do. The last thing he wants to see Jimmy Uso do is be Roman's errand boy again. And he says, with all due respect, he likes Jimmy. He doesn't like Jay. So with all due respect, he needs to take it as a message from the past, as a warning. And Jimmy Uso says, this is a warning shot. Because if Jay was here, it'd be different. And LA Knight says, he's saying if Jay was here, they'd be attacking him just like they did Jacob Fatu. And Jimmy says, Jacob is different. That's family business, but if he keeps disrespecting the OTC, the family will become LA Knight's business. And then, and Knight says once again, Jimmy Uso's the one he likes, and he doesn't think he wants to go there. And he's okay if Jay, but Roman's the guy he doesn't like, who can't get the job done on his own, which he has been though. But I get what he means. Old Roman wouldn't get it done on his own. And he says if family business does become his business, he's gonna end it right then and there. It was a good promo. I mean, but like, Roman beat CM Punk and Mania and Jacob Fatu. He beat a Backlash. He beat them both clean without the Usos coming out. They didn't come out and help Roman. So he's been actually winning clean. But I get what Knight means. The old Roman always needed their help. And he thinks it's gonna happen again. I understand what he means.
Yeah.
Good backup for a promo, though. You want to say about it? Anything you want to say about the promo?
Yeah, it's a pretty good promo, and it's probably going to lead into something.
Yeah, most likely. Then backstage, Adam Pearce congratulates Rey Mysterio on being the GM of AAA, and he wants to book Penta and Rey in an Intercontinental title match. Then Ethan Page comes in. He says he's upset. He says I'm upset things aren't about me lately. Where's my rematch against Penta? And Pearce says rematches have to be earned. And Ethan Page asks what Rey Mysterio does to earn it, which he's not wrong, to be fair. And Pearce says Rey's a Hall of Famer, and then Rusev comes in. Ethan says it's actually Rusev is losing out on opportunities here. Basically, he's trying to stay on Rusev. He's trying to stay on Rusev's good side, basically. And then Ray says, if he has to go through Rusev to get a title shot, he's all for it. So Pierce books it. So it's basically an unofficial number one contender match, pretty much, with Ray versus Rusev later. Yeah. And so Pierce makes it official. Ray Mysterio versus Rusev is happening tonight. Should be fun. Feel like it's 2019 again. I saw this match the year I started watching. Ray versus Rusev. Probably editing by then. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Seth Rollins versus Montez Ford. Sell their differences. Fun match here. Both kind of high fly. Well, Seth Rollins is more the tactical / high flying wrestler. He's more like the Shawn Michaels type. Montez Ford is more like Darby Allin, JeVon Evans. So those two styles clashing together, we knew a banger was gonna happen here. This was fun. Basically, I thought maybe Braun Breaker and Angel Dawkins were gonna come out. I guess they gave Braun Breaker the week off. He wasn't on the show at all. I just realized that now. No Braun Breaker on the show. They gave Braun the week off. They were the only member of the division on the show this week was Austin Theory and Paul Heyman. They were the only two. So, and I thought either Braun and Angel Dawkins were going to come out, but no. Seth Rollins won the match clean. It was literally just a good match, and then it was like no distractions, no interference. Seth was just a better man in the match. That's all it was. It was simply just he was a better wrestler in this match and won. That was it. Clean win, simple as that. Quite the banger. Yeah, Seth won the match, and then after the match, Angel Dawkins comes out, but then Austin Theory attacks him with a steel chair from behind, and he starts hitting Dawkins over and over again. And Pierce brings out medics to like send Theory to the back. And yeah. Then before I get to the next thing, anything you want to say about the match?
Honestly, it was a good match between Steph and Dawkins.
Yeah, this is good. Good stuff. I'm enjoying him while he's here. Before Bianca Belair before the baby's born, he has to take some time off. Let's enjoy him while he's here. Then we go backstage. Montez Ford's in the back at the match, and Seth Rollins comes in and says, like, is your friend okay? Is he hurt? Is he good? And then Montez Ford actually, surprisingly, isn't getting mad at Seth. He actually admits. He says to Seth, you were right. There's bigger fish to fry than me getting mad at you. And now my brother's out. It's up to the two of us to take the division on. So Montez actually was not mad at Seth. He actually Seth finally grew on him. He's finally starting to trust him now. Basically, sure as it's happening. He's finally trusting him. He basically says, "My tag partner is hurt now, so like we got part differences aside, take on the division together. We're the only two left now. So we got 2 months." Yeah. So, Seth finally grew on me. He can just help me because his partner's hurt. So Seth agrees and they shake hands, and Then Seth tells Adam Pearce it has to end. He's got to cut the head off the snake. He wants Braun Breaker and he wants him as soon as possible. And Pearce says he'll go talk to Paul Heyman about it and leaves. And that was that. Then they hype up the commentary hypes up the Clash in Italy card. Actually, you know what? Hang on, while we're here, let's check the updated card real quick. Why not? Yeah. So commentary goes. I'm looking up the card on Google. Alright, here we go. The updated Clash in Italy card that the commentary said. This is actually kind of a stacked card. I guess it's the first ever Italy show. They wanted to stack it up. It's 5 matches, but they're all stacked. So we got Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar Part 2. We got Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca for the Women's Intercontinental title. Got the Rhea Ripley Jade Cargill Women's title WrestleMania rematch. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the WWE title. And Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu, World Heavyweight title Tribal Combat. Those 5 matches. Those are all really big matches. This is actually kind of a banger card. some pretty big matches on the show. It's gonna be a big show.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the card. They were just hyping it up, and then we get Becky Lynch backstage. Soul Ruka was not on this show, but they did mention on commentary she got hurt too. But I'm not too worried about it because they said the match with Becky this weekend's still happening. So I'm guessing it's not a serious injury.
Yeah.
Because it must be something minor that they're not worried about because the match is still happening. I guess they just wanted to give her this show off to like heal it up in time maybe. You know what I mean? Because goes on this episode. Maybe they just wanted to give her this episode off just so she could like heal up in time for the match this weekend. It could be that. Because Soul Ruka was not on the show, but Becky was on the show right now, backstage. She's having a backstage promo. She says, "Some people get punched in the face and become the face of an entire industry," which that's a little callback to when her whole Ronda Rousey feud with Nia Jax broke her face and she became like a big star from that. She says it was a wake-up call to Raw. You're totally outmatched. Some people might be impressed with Soul Ruka's tricks and flips, but she hasn't gotten a clean victory since coming here. She says Soul's name is written in the sand and the tide is coming, but Becky is written in stone, and she hopes she's ready for Clash in Italy. Because there's a difference between striving for greatness and standing across from it.
Yeah.
That was it. My bad. There's one more match actually I forgot about, but then it's the main event. I actually forgot about this.
Yeah.
Here we go. Next match. Rey Mysterio versus Rusev. Basically a normal returns match for the Penta title, and Ethan Page is having the mix too. He's on commentary for this, special guest commentary for the match.
Yep.
Ethan Page was very fun on commentary, and the match was also pretty fun.
Yeah.
And toward the end, Rey Mysterio won. That's it. He just won. There's stuff happened after the match, but for the match, it was just fun, and Rey won. But after the match when Rey won, Rusev starts beating him up. Dragon Lee comes out. Dragon Lee returns. Rey's old partner in the LWO. Dragon Lee comes out, makes a save. Then Ethan Page gets up and gets involved. Basically a 2-on-2 brawl. Rey and Dragon are basically brawling with Rusev and Ethan. So 2-on-2 brawl. And pretty much the babyfaces stand tall. Rey and Dragon Lee stand tall. So Rey's no longer a contender now for Penta. Because when that match happens, it should be fun. That's really it. It was like pretty quick, but a lot of stuff happened. It was very, very quick segment, but it was a lot of stuff went down. It was fun. Anything you want to say about it?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about it?
Yeah, it was a cool match.
Yeah. Adam Pearce is in the back of Austin Theory, and Pearce is telling him, he says to Theory, your night's over. Leave the arena. You're done for tonight. And then Theory says you're talking to the tag team champion. What happened to Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Ron Breakker? I'm all you got. And Pearce says, enough. You're done. Get out of here. And Paul Heyman comes in and says, Pearce is right. Theory needs to be reprimanded, but he's got this. And he calls Pearce an idiot under his breath. Then, as they're leaving, they walk past Alpha Academy, Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree, who they've been actually showing time in the background. Maxine's been talking to Austin Theory in the vision, so a little tease of something to come. Don't know. I think she's faking her niceness to the Alpha Academy right now. I think she's going to be going to the vision. It's just me. I don't know. That's that. And this matchup is now about to go to the main event. So the main event, this is the contract signing for Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu's match for the Clash in Italy show. Adam Pearce is out there to host it, and then Roman comes out, OTC chants, Jacob Fatu comes out. This is kind of funny. When Roman first comes out, there's happy birthday chants. Like I said before, it's Roman's birthday. Yeah. So when he got in the ring, they were chanting happy birthday. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So Roman merely signs the contract. And then he tells security to leave. Adam Pearce asks if wouldn't he rather security do their job, and Roman says Jacob signed the contract. He made a blood oath. He can't touch him until Italy. So Pearce says, okay, have it your way. And him and the security get out of the ring and clear the ring for the two of them. Here's how the promos start. Roman says Columbus, Ohio, acknowledge me. He tells Jacob it's that simple. All he had to do was acknowledge him. He beat Jacob at Backlash, signed the contract. It could have been that simple. And then Jacob says, he's not like everyone else. He'll keep it 100, though. Roman's the reason why their family is living the life they have.
Yeah.
And he says Roman's the reason their family's on top of the mountain. He elevated them and took the whole family to the promised land. But he can only take them so far, and it's time for a change, for a new direction, for a new destination, for someone else to lead the family. So while Roman's over here talking about acknowledging, having honor, respect, living the code of the bloodline, at Backlash, did he live the code of the bloodline, or did he just bend the rules just so he could win? And he says, he gets it. Roman had to do what he needed to do, but by any means necessary. But in tribal combat, anything goes. So Clash in Italy, because he's going to dog walk his bitch ass, and when he takes it all over, everyone's going to have consequences. And then Roman says, all right, let's talk about consequences. If Jacob beats him, he'll become the shot caller. He leads and Roman follows. But if he can't dog walk him, then it looks like he'll be walking Jacob like a dog. He's gonna domesticate him. If he can't beat him, he'll serve him. He'll learn from him, and in time, he'll love his tribal chief. And Jacob says, "Okay, looks like a win for him then." Roman does dog walk his ass. Looks like he still got a job here. Nothing's gonna change. But if he wins, dog walks Roman's ass. Everybody, even Roman, will learn how to acknowledge him. Got I mean? And they shake hands and touch foreheads. And they shake hands and touch foreheads, which is like a thing in their family. Like, because I've seen people say, like, like back when Roman did the tribal combat thing of Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa, everyone was like, why are they just tugging at her? A whole argument just went down. It's a thing in their family. It's like a blood oath. It's like a Samoan thing. It's like a sign of respect, I think. It's because it's a blood oath that they're taking, like a promise. So it's like a respect thing. It's like a thing they do in their family. It's a Samoan thing. It's like some hidden family meaning behind it. It's like a show of respect.
Yeah.
Roman, and they say on commentary, Roman is 2-0 in these matches. There's only been 2 tribal combat matches in WWE. Roman versus Jey Uso, Roman versus Solo Sikoa, and Roman's won them both, so he's undefeated in the match, 2-0. And the only 2 matches that they've had it, he's won them both. So, will the streak end here, or will it be 3-0?
Yeah.
If this weekend, I really don't know. I'm very I don't know who's gonna win that match. There's a lot of stakes in that match. I actually really don't know. It's actually hard to predict. I really don't know.
We all know I'm going for.
I'll be happy with either one. I love them both, so I'm happy either way.
Yeah, but honestly, I think he more needs it.
If Roman was part-time still, I would say Jacob. I want Jacob all the way. Now I only want Jacob. But I'm only fine with both because at least Roman's full-time again. He's been here every week since Mania. Like he actually kept his word. He is doing this thing full-time again. I'm happy. It is nice to see. That's exactly what I said at Mania. When he won the belt from Punk, I literally said, if he's full time, I'm okay with it. And then he said in the post show, I'm full time, and he has been ever since. He kept his word, so that's why I'm okay with him as champion now.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say before I end it? I didn't really see any news tonight. I guess only real news is King of the Ring stuff next week and Queen of the Ring. I guess that could be news. Because there's really nothing else on the show. So I guess LA Knight gave us our breaking news for the night. That's the main thing. The main news we got right now is next week on Raw. Basically after Clash in Italy this weekend. So I guess after Clash in Italy, it's kind of gonna be like a new start for like the next pay-per-view build. They're gonna start building King and Queen in the ring. So it's the tournaments for both of those, the men and the women. They both start next week on Raw. So look forward to that. That could be fun.
Yeah.
And what they've been doing the last couple of years is basically the Rumble winners, challenge for world titles at Mania. Usually King and Queen of the Ring, the winners of those usually end up challenging for the world titles at SummerSlam. It's kind of like their path to SummerSlam. So it should be fun. Looking forward to it. So before I end, anything else you want to say?
What was a best contract signing in the WWE? Which one is your favorite?
That's great. That's a fun one. That's creative, straight out of the creative room.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I really hope I see you in the comments, and yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a creative question. I like that one. That's a fun one. That's unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Schedule for the week. I'll be back tomorrow for my solo NXT review, and we'll both be back together on Friday for SmackDown,
Yeah.
and then Clash in Italy on Saturday. That's the rest of the week.
Yep.
So next
Well, I
time,
hope you like.
yeah,
I hope you like and subscribe. And we're leaving the creative room out of the creative room. And yeah, see you.
yep, peace.